This is Brady. One more time.
A look back on all things 90s and 2000s. The movies.
¿Cómo se llama? No, Kelly Clarkson!
The awkwardness.
More bizarre step as we watch on live television O.J. Simpson negotiating with a police dispatcher, being followed down a closed freeway by 9 sheriff's deputies and most of the Los Angeles news media.
Here's your host, Brady Broski.
You probably did it.
Wow, that was a trip down memory lane.
Hey, you ready?
Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.
Yeah, that's so good. Love us some Jerry Springer. From the
I
final.
forgot about that sign-off.
You did?
It's a little ironic, don't you think?
That we're playing it in the beginning?
No, just the sign-off with the content of the show, that's his sign-off, take care of yourself and each other. Like, is that what his show did?
No.
Yeah.
But.
You know what? I'm going to move this monitor so I can see your face.
Okay. How's that? But I need to see my notes.
Can you see your notes?
Yeah, I can
still?
see my notes.
Hold on,
yeah.
let me spin this.
No, you're good.
Okay,
You're
we're good?
Yeah,
there.
We're good.
All right, I can see you now.
This is my favorite open ever. Yeah, we're going to do some Jerry Springer talk today. That's what we're going to do.
Let's do it.
It's Brady. Welcome. It's the most nostalgialistic podcast on planet Earth.
Facts.
Yeah, I am Brady.
I'm Dan.
The host with the, well, not really the host with the mum, like the host with just the right amount. Like just what you need to get by. That's what I am.
That's
like
what
not the most.
That's what this podcast strives to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the most that's a lot.
Yeah.
Think about how much the most is. I'm like the host with, he's got some stuff for you.
No one's going to have the most at 6 p.m. on a Thursday.
Brady from Brady One More Time. And Dan is here. The Kickball King.
What up?
The Kickball King.
We got snowed out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
The field was too icy.
It's going to be
so
70
we have
this weekend.
3 more weeks to go. Yeah.
A guy who you never want to bring with you as a wingman to a Christmas bar crawl because he'll leave you within 20 minutes.
That did happen in 2008.
It is Delicate Dan Ginsburg.
Do you realize that happened so long ago that it falls within the time range that we now nostalgically look back on this podcast? Is that not crazy?
Could we do an episode of single Brady and Dan's adventures?
Just a T-Box episode.
Oh, yeah. We sent each other some fun memories on Facebook and Instagram that pop up.
I just realized that wasn't 2008.
Would you like to? Yeah, it definitely wasn't. Would you like to explain that story of the bar?
Well, so T-Box is a lovely bar crawl that starts at, what time did we start? Like 8, 9 a.m.?
Pretty early, yeah. You bring cereal.
Yeah, you bring cereal, you pour it in people's mouths, you meet people, and I was single, and I met a lovely woman.
And
I spent some time with her while you continued to enjoy the bar crawl with some random strangers for the rest of the day.
What time, if people are asking themselves, listening right now, what time did Dan leave said bar crawl to just go enjoy some quality time with this new friend?
I would say it was somewhere.
Was it like 8 o'clock at night? Like 10 o'clock at night?
A little earlier.
Okay, so what are we talking here?
I would say maybe like 12:30. PM, like the noon hour.
Yeah. I was there. I was like, okay, well, it's just me now. But anyways, that was a fun
She
time.
made some freshly baked muffins that she was providing to people.
That day?
Yeah.
No, she made them when you guys hung out?
Yeah. No. She had made them that morning for her friends.
She brought them to the bar crawl?
Not exactly.
They were somewhere
I
else.
went home with one, and my dear friend Brad, who was in town visiting, he was living in New York at the time, and he was staying with me. He and I split that muffin when I got home.
Aw.
Yeah.
Brad's a great guy to share a muffin with.
Yeah, he also met someone that day.
Wow.
Sorry, Brad.
Yeah, that's whatever. It's, you know what? Brad's a part of this as well at this point. So, like a secondary character. Here we go. We're talking about Jerry Springer today.
Oh, boy.
We're gonna have a game. We're gonna have a fun game here in just a second where Dan's gonna give me the name of a Jerry Springer episode, and I have to guess if it's a real episode or a fake one. That's what we're doing,
I'm so
right?
excited for
Okay.
this.
And
if you do better than 50-50, it's a win.
You'd be surprised.
You know what we should do? We should also flip a coin and see if you can beat the coin flip.
You want to do that too? Can it be a penny? R.I.P. pennies.
Oh, I saw that.
R.I.P. pennies.
Yeah.
Had so much fun with pennies. Like bought candy with them back in the day.
Yeah,
Remember
we should really be doing this whole podcast about pennies.
We'll do
Very
one.
topical.
We'll do one on change. What we used to buy with change. Where we used to find change.
Gumball machine.
Clearly we are already off the rails. Jerry Springer.
Yes.
Let's focus.
Oh, right. That's what we're talking about.
I thought I'd bring it up. I mean, Jerry Springer, the TV show.
Yeah.
First of all, Jerry, a law degree graduate here in Chicago.
Yeah.
Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that till I was doing
He's
a
a
little
Chicagoan.
research.
He was in politics for a long time.
Mayor of Cincinnati at one point.
Yeah. It's actually, so I got my start on Z104 in Madison, and then the second station I worked for doesn't exist anymore, but Madison had a progressive talk station that was part of one of the stations our company owned, and the first station I was on air on after Z104, it was called the Mike 92.1.
Okay.
And it was Air America, which was like this syndicated network of basically like liberal talk shows.
Sure.
And Jerry Springer had a show, and I used to cut in and do it was a syndicated national show. I used to cut in and do the local news, the local Madison news on the syndicated show, but it was like a serious political talk show.
That's wild. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And this is while his TV show was running.
Yeah.
Same time?
Towards
the end
this
of it?
would have been probably toward the, maybe it might have been after the show or toward the end. This
Yeah.
would have been like 2006.
No, because it ended in 2009.
Okay. So yeah, show was still on then.
Sorry, no. It ended in 2018. In 2009, it moved from Chicago to Connecticut. So the show was definitely going on when you had the radio show. That's interesting. I didn't
Pretty
know that.
wild set of two different things to be doing.
Serious and
Right.
no, not really serious
Right.
over here with the TV show.
Right.
Yeah, in the TV show, one of the longest running daytime talk shows really started in 91.
Yeah, and it was political and social issue
To start.
focused. That was
Ratings sucked.
really his wheelhouse.
Yeah, but ratings
until it
sucked.
didn't work. Right.
And somebody came in.
Right.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to do, I don't want to use the word, it's derogatory, but we're going to use small people.
Right.
This is what we're
Right.
going to do.
That was
We're going to do a lot of things that are just going to make people go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's
It
get
was
into it.
Phil Donahue kind of went that direction first.
He did?
Yeah.
I thought Phil was always serious.
No, Phil got a little bit more
Edgy?
Yeah, and then Jerry Springer sort of took a page out of the playbook and went just completely extra with it.
I'm going to tell you how I felt about the show, because growing up, we watched that show as kids.
Okay.
But at the time, it was really met with a huge negative response. The Chicago Tribune said it was the second worst show of 1996, which I feel like that was
worse.
That's a good question. We'll have to find out. But it was the second worst show.
What could have been worse?
Which is I think 96 was probably its peak. Like that's when it was really getting like the craziest. It topped TV Guide magazine's list of the worst TV shows ever. And then this guy Bernard Goldberg, he has a book out titled 100 People Who Are Screwing Up America, and Jerry Springer was in that book quoted as being TV's lowest life form. That's brutal.
Huh.
That's a little much.
Yeah, strong words, but I also get where the sentiment's coming. I mean, I don't know that it was contributing to society in a positive way.
Right. Well, okay.
It was normalizing a lot of shit. It was normalizing violence, which granted a lot of things were doing that. It wasn't just him. Just like dysfunctional families.
Yeah.
People. It was making, the crowd. I think what I disliked the most was
hold on. Before you go any further,
right.
I'm just going to ask you straight up the first question. Did you enjoy the show? Did you watch it? Did you like it?
I watched it like I watched a train wreck, I would say. I don't know if I was entertained by it. I don't know if I would go so far as to say I liked it. I think I kind of felt icky when I watched it, but it was one of those things you just couldn't turn off.
Okay.
I think when it devolved into like all of the fighting and Steve Wilkos breaking up fights and all of that.
Shout out Steve Wilkos, Chicago guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Has his own show.
Yeah. Right. He turned that role somehow into his own career. I don't know. I think I don't know if it was me getting older and being more aware of the world and thinking about societal impacts and stuff that I didn't care about when I was a kid, or just the direction the show took. But there was a time when I was entertained by it, and I think a time when I was just like, this is too much.
Because judging by the tone of your voice, it sounds like you, like now, as you've matured and you understand some of the topics that they were, providing on television were wrong, ethically for you.
Right.
Now you're looking back at it as like I don't know if I liked it, because I have a similar thought process of if I enjoyed the show to that of South Park.
Yeah.
Because South Park was so outrageous and they did things, but it was a cartoon, so they could get away with more. This was being ridiculous just to be ridiculous.
Right. I mean, to me, there's a big difference, though. I get the comparison, but there's a big difference to me because, yes, South Park was extremely, like, obscene and offensive and all that, probably even more so.
They
than,
murdered one of the kids every episode.
Right. Right. And, I mean, in every way. But, like, South Park also had, like, a political statement, like, was commenting on society and making actual, like, real, like, valid points about issues with society, whereas Springer was more just sort of mocking society and making
some called it
entertaining
trash
joke.
TV.
Right,
The word trash.
Yeah. I wouldn't dispute that.
For me, it wasn't anything representative of where I grew up or how I grew up, but more so what I was exposed to with entertainment. You know, I grew up a huge wrestling WWF, WWE fan.
Yeah.
And I understood what real life is and what is scripted and what's fake for the purpose of entertainment.
Right.
And at that same time, when the WWE was blowing up to the highest ratings they ever had, they were doing some of the most outrageous things possible. And in my mind, and in everybody's fans' minds, we're like, this is just entertaining. Like, it's they're obviously not blowing up a limo and Vince McMahon's in it, right? Like, same thing with Jerry Springer. This guy obviously doesn't do, this wearing the dog collar, walking around, feeding him dog. Like, I understood it. And
that's a really interesting comparison. I think that's dead on. I love that.
Yeah.
Because, there was a lot of there was all kinds of controversy surrounding Springer, but a lot of it was, this is all fake. And if you were really watching the show, there wasn't a question about that. Yeah, of course, a lot of it's fake.
So my point is, if you're taking it at face value, it's just this stupid hour show that you're gonna laugh or you're gonna be like, whatever. But if you took it serious, then that's saying a little bit more about you.
Fair. But they also, like, marketed it like it was serious.
But so did,
I'll give you another weird. This is a weird analogy,
Yeah.
and sorry to get a little bit political, but I would compare it, like Fox News. How they say, like, they are the truth. If they just marketed themselves, I think when people have an issue with Fox News, it's because they're presenting it like this is the truth and the others are lying. Whereas if it was marketed as we're like a conservative slant on what's going on in the world today, I feel like people wouldn't have as much of an issue with it. Similar with Springer, they're presenting each episode like these are all real people doing real things. I think if it were more self-aware, I feel like WWE is more self-aware of these are athletes, but these are all scripts and entertainment.
See, I think I just think maybe I'm in the minority here. I just always sat down, and if I ever watched it, which I didn't watch on the regular, if it was on, I would like watch it. It's funny. I thought it was entertaining because it's so stupid and so out there. How far can they go?
Right.
There's a small window where I like really enjoyed it, but I think that was my maturity level.
Yes.
But if I ever sat down and did see an episode, I'm like within a second, I'm like, that person's not real. That person's not real. I just think I had like I said, maybe growing up watching wrestling made me think that everything I see on TV, and by the way, there's a lot of stuff on TV we see now that think your news example. I don't believe much is real. Real quotes. The real world wasn't real, right? So that's that's how I looked at it.
I think that's fair. I would just say if I had to bet, I bet a way higher percentage of WWE viewers know, what is and isn't real when they're watching that versus Springer viewers back in
especially
the 2000s.
Early on. Especially early on.
Right.
But then I feel as the show progressed, it got even more and more ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because I think they had to own up like, okay, we're not really. This isn't really. This isn't real violence. This is stage violence.
But there was real violence after the show. There were a lot of, a lot of the other criticism it got was there were some deaths and some fights and some messed up stuff that happened to some of the people who came on the show after they were on the show.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What would that content? It ended in 2018. Would that content be acceptable in 2025?
A lot of it wouldn't. I would say most of it wouldn't.
Yeah.
But some, the "Are you the father" type stuff.
That's survived.
Yeah.
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 Which is hilarious. Just hilarious.
I mean,
that's become more about the reaction than people actually trying to figure out we care about this
Right.
this child and who its father is going to be. It's more about like how can we
Right.
make this funny or
Right.
yeah, or
I
make
think,
it go viral.
Yeah, I mean, I think the stuff targeting people's physical character, targeting over, making fun of overweight people, making fun of little people,
Yeah.
making fun of disabled people. I mean, that type of stuff would be immediately
Right.
not aired.
It makes
today.
it just makes me wonder because yes, you have to evolve.
Sure.
I mean, we went to a comedy show last weekend. Comedians have had to
Right,
evolve, right?
right.
So I would think they would have to be a lot more careful.
Yeah.
And I don't think that show was built on the foundation
of being careful.
Being careful
It
at
was
all.
kind of the opposite. Is like
No.
how far can we push the line? I mean, that's where your South Park analogy really does fit, I think.
I met Jerry.
Yeah.
I did. So when they moved the studios from Chicago to Connecticut, he was doing like a Connecticut kind of radio tour.
Yeah.
And I was in Hartford at the time, and I was really excited, obviously, just because legend. And
Sure.
I will tell you, he was during the interview, very kind, but also like really, really soft spoken. Like there was, when somebody walks into the room and they immediately grab your attention, all eyes are on this person.
Yeah.
He was the opposite of that.
Huh.
He was just kind of like, I don't know. It didn't feel like, not in a bad way. He
didn't have the spotlight.
I don't think he ever wanted it.
Yeah.
From the brief interactions that I had with him. I just feel like deep down he was a kind person who really did care about people. Hence Jerry's final thought.
Yeah.
And he just got thrown into this talk show that turned into this insane, just blew up, snowballed into this wild thing, and he went along with it. But I also think when he did do his final thought, that was a way for him personally to kind of be a human. You know what I mean?
Well, right. It's almost an interesting like societal like how far would you go type of thing, right? Because I agree with you. And when I was doing news for his syndicated show, I mean, if you listened to his show and were told this is the same guy who's doing the Jerry Springer show, you'd be like, how is that possible? Because he sounded similar to what you're describing. He was very, he would take callers and talk heartfelt about issues that mattered to him. It's interesting. I mean, what would you do? Let's say they took your Kiss FM afternoon show and kept pushing and pushing to get it edgier and edgier to try to get every little sliver of extra ratings they could out of it.
Yeah.
At what point is there a point where you become uncomfortable with it and you say, I'm not going to do this anymore? Or do you go along with it because every time you bring in more of an audience, you bring in more money. And
oh yeah, more money. More money
right,
is the answer.
Right.
More money is the answer.
I think most people would say
Yeah.
If you were in Jerry Springer's shoes and you knew you could make millions more by making this show trashier, it's hard to blame him.
It's a matter of ethics.
Yeah. Right.
But I think in the 90s too, because look, the TV show was sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And that's what that era was. It was say whatever you can say to make people go, oh my God, I can't believe he just said that.
Right.
That's what that era was.
Right.
Like some of the comedians back in the day would just be trying to top each other. Look at Howard Stern.
Yep.
Right? Howard Stern. He built a huge foundation and career and an empire based on how far can I go, and ended up off terrestrial radio for that reason. But he also got paid $1 billion.
Right.
But yeah, I think it was a sign of the times. I think it was sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It was everything that everybody thought was funny. So 2025, it probably wouldn't have the same reaction, or if it did, it would be half of the audience, half of America, really, right?
There would be protests outside of the studio.
Certain topics, yeah. It's pretty interesting. And then before we get into the game, it wouldn't be a podcast episode if I didn't bring up a Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
So
Mount Rushmore of Springer episodes?
No.
Okay.
I don't know that well. I would say the Mount Rushmore of daytime talk show hosts. Is he on your Mount Rushmore?
All time?
All time.
What's the criteria? If it's just like most
your
successful,
personal. No, your personal.
I wouldn't put him on my personal.
He's not your personal.
No.
Who's on your personal then?
Oh.
Jerry Springer's not on your personal.
I didn't really watch daytime talk shows.
What were you at school, Dan? Who goes to school? Who doesn't skip and watch Springer?
Kelly Clarkson.
Actually, okay, hold on a second. Is she on your Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, I think
she's
she has
so
to be.
good.
I know.
She is so good. I did not see that coming. Did you?
No.
She
You would if you
surprised
had told
us.
me when Breakaway was #1 on CHR.
No,
that's where her.
She's
career would
an
lead.
honorable mention for my Mount Rushmore, but she's definitely going to be on there.
Ellen and Oprah.
Ellen and Oprah are mine.
So there's
I have
two.
I have Jerry on
Okay.
mine. But so you're putting Kelly. So you have 3.
I'm gonna put I got Kelly, Ellen, Oprah.
Yeah.
Regis.
You could put Regis on there. He was great.
Yeah.
He had his
That's
own
probably my
shtick.
4. Yeah.
Maury's on my 4th.
Okay.
Maury
Yeah.
is because I mean,
So
just
yes.
everybody knows like the father bit, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, you ready to play the game?
Yeah, I was
Let's play
trying
the
to
game.
figure out what the hell the worst show was of 1996 was, but I gave up. No,
Just
wait,
ChatGPT?
who did the list?
It was from the Chicago Tribune.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hold
Chicago
on
Tribune.
here. Tribune worst shows of 1996.
And it was shows, not just talk shows. I would say, what was that?
Oh, is it the Wayans brothers?
No way. Nah, this guy's lost 0. He has 0 credit. He has 0 credit. The Wayans brothers was amazing.
Worst show, the Wayans brothers. Any show this bad deserves some kind of award as long as those involved know this is not a good thing.
Yeah, can't take that guy serious. Wonder what Steve Johnson's doing these days. He probably still works across the street.
That'll be our next episode.
Okay, so we're gonna play a
Are
game.
you okay.
I'm gonna say so. Let's go with 5. You're gonna pick
Okay.
5. I'm gonna try and go over 500. So I'm gonna try and get 3.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What's your over under? What do you think?
We'll go over unders 2.5. If you can do better than a coin flip,
What are you
impressed.
picking? You're picking the under?
For 3?
Yeah.
If it's 3, I'm gonna take. I'll take the under.
You're taking the under?
Yeah.
Okay. So Dan's going to give me a name of a Jerry Springer episode that is either true or not true, real or not real.
Yeah.
So, and if I get it correct, let me know. Give me the thumbs up, and I am going to play Will Ferrell saying I drive a Dodge Stratus. And if I get it wrong,
That's the right.
yeah.
Okay.
I
What's the
forgot.
wrong?
I forgot to put a air horn thing.
Cool.
Wrong is just a buzzer.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a buzzer or Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell saying I drive a Dodge
I
Stratus.
mean,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got 30 here, so I'm trying to make this as hard as I possibly can.
All right. Don't overthink it, Dan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. First one.
Yep.
Stripper Wars, my poll, my rules.
That's definitely a real one. What? Stripper poles?
Nope. That's fake.
That you did that. That was tricky because that is so something. He loved stripper poles on that show and strippers. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
it's tough.
0 for 1. What do you got?
All right. You stole my man at the family reunion.
So that leads me, so based on the first one, that leads me to think it's an obvious yes, but the way that you're playing this game, I'm going to say no.
You're correct.
I am correct?
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
Okay. 1 and 1. 1 and 1. All right, there you go.
Okay.
I see this. See, now it's more of a game of me versus
yeah,
you.
That is really,
Yeah.
it's not even about Springer at all anymore. Okay. Are you thinking I'm going to go fake or real here? What do you think? Do you think I'm going to go fake or
No,
real?
don't play that game. No, just give it to me. What do you got?
Okay.
Yeah.
My boyfriend stole my wheelchair.
I shouldn't be laughing, but I am because it's funny and it's true.
It is true.
It's true.
Yeah.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
2 and 1. 2 and 1. Oh, all I need is one. All I need is one more. Here we go.
man.
Here we go.
My man won't stop dressing like a baby.
That's true. I saw that one.
That is true.
It's true. I
You
did
it.
it. Woo! Just give me one more, even though
Okay.
I beat
Here,
the
let's
over
do
under.
speed round here. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm having your baby and your dad's too.
I think that's true.
That is also true.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
I'm really good at this game. It's like I've played it before.
I'm in love with a mannequin.
True.
That one's false.
And you got these from what? ChatGPT?
Yeah.
All right, just
ChatGPT.
give me
Some of them I wrote, some of them ChatGPT.
give me like a ridiculous ChatGPT false one.
A false one?
Yeah, like a ridiculous one.
My dog is my baby now.
Oh my god. I think I would have guessed that's true. Yeah.
My girlfriend thinks she's Beyonce.
That's a false one?
Yeah, ChatGPT did pretty
Oh,
well.
they're tricky. Because
Three-way fiance fiasco. I mean, that's a great episode
That is
name
a
right
great
there,
one,
but it's
yeah.
fake.
Fake. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.
I love it.
Can we start signing off every episode that way?
Okay. And Jerry. What did you think? What do you think of Jerry Springer? I would love to know what people thought of it.
Yeah.
Were they fans? Were they not fans? Were they fans a little bit, and then as they got older, they're like, yeah. Were they fans like me that liked it at first, and then it just was like, okay, it's the same thing. Now we're just dumb.
Yeah, I mean, you grow up, you evolve. I was a fan of leaving T-Box at 12:30 p.m. Back in the 2010s,
and now you leave at 1:30, depending if a girl's got a muffin for Dan to eat. What a good line, ladies! If you're listening, just bring a muffin and find Dan. At Brady Radio on Instagram.
Do I want to give out my Instagram at this point?
I think this is the best time for you to give it out.
At DanG0482.
I love it. Follow, like, subscribe, share, and we will talk to you next time.